Okay, unlucky. And now we're gonna play some Tracer. So I do have a Torbjorn, so you have to watch out for that. Personally, playing left side here is actually not going to be the best route, and that's because your flank is obvious. You're going through this door. This is the only place you can go through. Going right side is going to be a little bit easier for you. The enemy team is trying to block this side because that's where the payload's going to go, right? So that means less people are going to be watching this flank over here. So that's a bonus. Second thing, there's a health pack right here. So if you do get shot at first when you're walking through here, you have a health pack right here. The health pack is a little bit further from that door, but you can still get to it. Thirdly, you can probably use 3 blinks to get through here. Grab this health pack now. And now you are set up in the back line, ready to contest the high ground and do whatever you want on this side. If you end up pushing through this door here, all that you are going to do is get to this back line over here where there's a Moira and a Torb, but there's not really an escape route. I don't know where exactly you would go from here. At least over on this side, if you do end up getting caught out flanking here or something, you can go back up here. You can go back to this mini. You can go places. There's no escape route there except for back through this door from whence you came. So I would recommend going right side because it's a better flank option in my opinion. So it looks like we triple blink. We're trying to do exactly what we could have done right side. Doesn't work out for us because there was no really escape. We lost our tank, so it looks like we're going to be staggering a little bit. Luckily, our Ana didn't die. And now we're going right side. Awesome. Okay, unlucky. So why did we die there? The chances are we went in before our teammates were able to apply any kind of pressure. Here we are over here waiting to do our attack. Our tank has just started his fight and we blink on in. So we're here. They're fighting. They're fighting. You got 2 on 1 for you and you kind of have no other help here. Your Echo's not even in. I think your Echo came back from spawn. So your Echo's not in either. So right now, what this is a 3v5 or so, because your damage and your Life Weaver aren't really going to provide much impact to this fight. So we actually went in a little too early. Probably should have staged a little better. If I were you, instead of blinking in and just being right in the enemy team from the start, I would have blinked over here, maybe poke out this Sigma a little bit, come over here, poke him out. This will push the Sigma off of where he's trying to hold right here. He will have to back up because he doesn't like getting fire from multiple angles. And so that's going to force him to retreat. And then once he starts retreating into the back line, your team's going to be pushing forward, and that's when you can finally push in. It doesn't have to be the Sigma that you're shooting at. You could have shot at the Bastion too. Really just anyone on this front line pressure, because the Torbjorn and the Moira back here aren't really going to be doing a whole lot. Also, if you blinked in to where you're standing, I know Torbjorn just threw that turret, but this turret is going to provide a lot of pressure on you yourself, and you don't have the support to help yourself with it. So instead, you definitely just want to be pressuring the front line and keeping out of the turret sight until you can actually get to the turret to deal with it. So we lost our Echo. It's a 4v5. We lost our Life Weaver. Looks like we're gonna go in anyways. Looks like we got 2. And I think we're by ourselves again. Yeah, we're by our... We have an Ana, but... Maybe if we can land a pulse here, we get it? Oh, it looks like our Ana gets it. Nice. So that's a good cleanup. And we chose the route that had no healing. Same deal. You took the space, or you tried to take the space all the way up here. You don't need to push the enemy spawns here. If I were you, playing here's fine. Playing this staircase is fine. Even if you wanted to play over in this little box over here is fine. If you're by yourself up there, they're going to be able to deal with you before they even have to come and answer to the card. With Tracer, it's all about timing your engages, and you want the enemy team to be pretty distracted and or using abilities before you go in so that you aren't just focused immediately and die. You do have the smallest health pool in the Overwatch roster. It's a good stick. Questionable recall. I got rezzed anyways. Good. Good recall out of ult. Good. So, yeah, so if you are going to be playing Tracer and you're going to go for a pick like that, you need to watch for the res, especially if he's getting pocketed. Something that I don't like what you're doing, to me, it's a lack of game sense. I like to always be looking at my team, seeing what my team is doing, because that's going to tell me when I should be engaging, right? Or when I should be pushing forward. If I'm never checking back to see how my team's doing, then I'm never gonna know where I should be standing. If my team was still standing here, grouping up in spawn, and I started just pushing in up here, well, the enemy has time. They're going to just come over. They're going to attack me. So I like to always just check on them, just make sure I know how aggressive I should be playing as my character. Because your team's still trying to push through the spawn. I'm not sure if the enemy even sees your team yet. So you pushing all the way up here is a little risky in my opinion, because I feel like you could easily get caught out or forced out using recall. And if you're forced using recall, you can't go into the fight, because that's your get out of jail free card. Okay. And there's the res again. Yeah, we're just not punishing these reses at all either. And we used recall here when we didn't need to, right? We got the pick on the Bastion. We recalled all the way back here, and then we went in for a Mercy res. The whole time we probably could have went in, caught the Bastion, blinked out, Mercy reses, blink back in, maybe get her. So a little bit of a waste of recall when you could have just used your blinks. And like I said, recall's your get out of jail free card. So you not having that just caused you to be overextended and die. Same deal. You are already fighting the enemy and only your Ramatra is here. You don't have your Reaper. You don't have these people. So this is a hard stagger. You need to, again, check with your team and make sure that it's okay for you to be doing these things, because otherwise, yeah, the Torbjorn doesn't have to look at this Ramatra since your Sigma's not in danger. Like, he can just focus at you and spam abilities until he gets you, or his turret gets you, either or. Yeah, so I'd be looking at the kill feed here. We're down 2, we're down 3, we're down 4, and we're still fighting. And yeah, we died. So that's another stagger. Just keep in mind that the kill feed always tells you what you should be doing in every situation. You should be keeping track of the number game almost every time, because that usually tells you the outcome of the fight. Now, ultimates can change that scenario, but in general, it's going to tell you whether you should be going in or not. Again, we didn't really check with our team to see what we should be doing, and we didn't stop that res either. That res has been messing with us that whole game. Good thing we stopped the Mercy, I guess, before she flew away. We could have grabbed a Mega, but we didn't. Would have kept us in the fight a little bit more. Good. There's the res again that we didn't stop. It's okay to wing it there, I suppose. You guys win that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Again, kill feed says you're down a Reaper. This is a very aggressive angle. We're nowhere for that grab. Okay, so our Moira clutched up. That's good. Yeah, we were like nowhere for that grab. I think that rotation was a little too far and long. Good stick. Better fade. Yeah, our rotation was just too long on that Moira one. and that's kind of what killed us. I would just recommend if they are playing a Torbjorn, try to avoid turret as much as you can. Try to avoid Torbjorn as much as you can. If you cannot avoid the Torb, swap the hero, because chances are you're not going to get much value if you're playing Tracer and they have Torb. Turret's just going to lock onto you like the whole game. If you guys are still watching, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Do post content like this every week to help you guys climb. Anyways, I hope these tips help, and happy climbing.